Once upon a time, in a modest town known as Willowbrook, two best friends named Alex and Michael resided, experiencing a straightforward and tranquil existence. They were born within days of each other, and their families were close, leading to them spending most of their infant days together. It was the beginning of a friendship that would last a lifetime. They were more like brothers than friends, always together, forming an unbreakable bond. Childhood companions, they were inseparable, sharing everything from toys to secrets, from laughter to tears. Alex was the dreamer, the one who was always drawing or writing stories, while Michael was more pragmatic, preferring science over fairy tales. Despite their differences, they complemented each other in a way that only lifelong friends could. Their personalities were as harmonious as the wind playing with leaves on a sunny day. Their bond was as sturdy and enduring as the mighty oak tree that stood in the heart of their town, an emblem of their friendship, a symbol of their unity. Their everyday life was filled with predictable routines. They would walk to school together, sharing their dreams and plans for the day. After school, they would race each other to the mighty oak, their laughter echoing through the town. There was a beacon of hope and togetherness in the small town, and the inhabitants admired their bond. Despite the predictability, their lives were far from boring. Each day brought new adventures, new stories, and their friendship only grew stronger. The rhythm of their life was as predictable as the changing seasons, its consistency woven into the fabric of their existence. Yet, it was also as comforting and soothing as a warm summer's breeze, bringing a sense of peace and warmth into their lives. During the season, they would help decorate the town square, their laughter filling the winter air. In the summers, they would organize baseball games at the local park, their competitive spirit bringing the whole town together. Each season brought its own joys, its own challenges, but they faced them together, their bond remaining unshaken. Their love for their town was immense. Willowbrook was not just a town for them, it was their home, a part of their identity. The town's old-world charm, its friendly people, the stunning vistas, all held a special place in their hearts. They knew every nook and corner, every hidden alley, every secret spot. Life was straightforward, and for them, an idyllic existence that they wouldn't trade for anything. Their peaceful existence was to be disturbed, however. Life as they knew was about to change. A new chapter was about to begin in their lives. They were about to experience emotions they've never felt before, and their lives were about to become more complicated. The cause of this disruption was the arrival of a new girl in town. Life was simple and peaceful for them until a new girl named Emily moved to town. Emily, with her mesmerizing eyes and captivating smile, became the center of attraction for both Alex and Michael. Emily, with her radiant beauty and enchanting personality, was a sight to behold. The depth in her eyes held an allure that was irresistible, and her laughter, a melodious charm that could brighten the gloomiest of days. She was a woman of incredible depth, a complexity that made her even more irresistible to our two best friends. Emily's beauty was not just skin deep, she was an enigma, a force to be reckoned with. She held this unique ability to make anyone feel like they were the focus of her world. She had a knack for people feel seen, heard, and ultimately special. Alex and Michael, each with their distinct personalities, found themselves helplessly drawn to this magnetic charm. Alex, the more introverted of the two, found Emily's energy infectious and her intellect stimulating. He was enamored by her quick wit and the ease with which she could transition from lighthearted banter to profound conversations. Emily, similarly, was drawn to his quiet strength and depth. Their connection deepened with every shared glance and lingering conversation. Michael, on the other hand, was the extrovert, the life every gathering. Emily's vivacity matched his own, and her radiant laugh was music to his ears. Their connection was palpable, electrifying every room they stepped into. Their time spent together was filled with laughter, playful banter, and a shared joy for life. Emily reveled in the attention she was receiving from both Alex and Michael. Her days were filled with deep conversations, laughter, dates with the two men who couldn't seem to get enough of her. This newfound attention was a novelty for Emily, not used to being the center of attention, but she found herself enjoying it. She cherished the time spent with both Alex and Michael, each interaction adding another layer to their budding relationships. As the days morphed into weeks, the impact of Emily's arrival began to show its true colors. The once impenetrable bond between Alex and Michael started to show signs of strain. The two friends, who had shared everything from to tears, now found themselves sharing a common desire: Emily. The tension began to simmer beneath the surface. occasionally showing itself in curt exchanges and unexplained silences. Both men, each in their own way, were grappling with their growing feelings, for this wasn't just a fleeting attraction. This was something much more profound, something that neither of them had anticipated. The realization hit them hard. Their friendship, once held above all else, was at each passing day. As their feelings for Emily grew stronger, the strain on their friendship became palpable. The shared glances between Emily and either of them, which once were a source of joy, now became a source of discomfort. The balance and harmony of their friendship were put to test, as they both found themselves wanting Emily for themselves. The camaraderie that once defined Alex and Michael's friendship was slowly replaced with a sense of competition, a race to win Emily's heart. Despite the growing tension, one thing was clear to both Alex and Michael. Their feelings for Emily were not just a fleeting attraction but a deep-rooted affection that demanded to be acknowledged. The question was not who Emily would choose, but rather what this choice would mean for their friendship. And with each passing day, as their feelings for Emily grew stronger, their friendship started to crack under the weight of their shared infatuation for Emily. One fateful day, the truth came crashing down upon them. As the sunlight pierced through the cracks of the old Willowbrook town and dawned upon its inhabitants, there was a distinct chill in the air, a sense of foreboding that something tumultuous was about to unveil. The whispers of Willowbrook, usually filled with mundane gossip about the weather and market prices, had started to adopt a more sinister tone. With hushed voices and veiled expressions, the townsfolk began to spin a tale of betrayal, a tale that was about to shatter the peace of their quaint town. The town was revealing Emily's deceitful behavior, a shocker to everyone who knew her. Emily, with her angelic features and a seemingly innocent demeanor, had been the object of affection for most of the townsfolk, but never did they imagine that she could harbor such a deep, dark secret. To their immense astonishment, Emily had been secretly seeing another man behind their backs, betraying those who cherished her the most. The sting of betrayal was sharp, bitter and potent, slicing through their hearts like a knife. It wove a tale of treachery, deceit and manipulation, deeply penetrating the core of their trust. It was a revelation that shook Alex and Michael, the two trusting souls who adored Emily, to their very foundation. They were left with a profound sense of loss and betrayal, a wound so deep that it seemed impossible to heal. Their hearts, once filled with affection for Emily, were now heavy with the burden of her betrayal. Bewildered and hurt, Alex and Michael confronted Emily, demanding answers for her blatant duplicity. They sought an explanation, and of guilt, and maybe, just maybe, a sense of remorse from Emily that could help them make sense of her actions. However, what they encountered were hollow apologies, half-hearted justifications, and an absolute disregard for their feelings. Emily's nonchalance towards her betrayal was a slap on their faces, a cruel reminder of her deception. The damage, however, was already done. Their once unshakable trust in Emily was now shattered beyond repair. The bond they had cherished for so long, nurtured with love and affection, was irreparably damaged. Their relationship, once the epitome of friendship and trust, was now a mere shadow of its former self. The betrayal cost them more than their friendship with Emily. It cost them their bond with each other. The pain of Emily's deception was so deep, so profound, that it led to a chasm between Alex and Michael that seemed impossible to bridge. The bond that defined their friendship, the camaraderie that made them inseparable, was now replaced with resentment and bitterness. Hurt, betrayed and deeply scarred, they turned their backs on each other as the town of Willowbrook watched their friendship crumble into pieces. Heartbroken and filled with resentment, Alex and Michael turned their backs on each other. Years passed and Alex and Michael went their separate ways, their friendship becoming a distant memory. They carried the scars of a lost friendship and a love that was never meant to be. Through time and introspection they found healing, transforming their wounds into wisdom. They learned the hard way about misplaced trust and the value of a true friend. Their tale is a poignant reminder of love's complexities and friendship's fragility. They both wished they had seen through Emily's facade earlier and not let her come between them. Have you ever wondered about the true meaning of friendship? And what happens when disappointment becomes a part of it? Friendship, a bond cherished deeply, can sometimes be marred by disappointment. This is the context for our story. Let's delve into the story of Alex, Michael, and Emily to explore these questions. Once upon a time, there were three friends named Alex, Michael, and Emily. They were as close as friends could be, sharing laughter and dreams until one day, their bond was tainted by a deep disappointment. Emily, the person they both admired, let them down in a way they never expected. The pain was palpable, the trust shattered. Yet, amidst the heartache, a transformation began. Alex and Michael, though hurt, started to navigate the choppy waters of their emotions. They wrestled with feelings of betrayal, sadness, and confusion, each journeying through their own labyrinth of pain. But as time passed, they found strength in the ordeal. They learned to forgive, not for Emily, but for themselves. They understood that holding on to resentment was like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Despite the disappointment, they each learned valuable lessons about friendship, forgiveness, and moving forward. In the end, they understood that sometimes the people we admire the most can disappoint us the deepest. Alex, Michael, and Emily's story is a testament to this. Their journey underlined the essence of friendship and forgiveness, shaping their individual paths ahead. Despite the pain, they found strength and solace, learning that personal growth often comes from the most challenging chapters in our lives. The tale of Alex, Michael, and Emily stands as a cautionary reminder that true friendship should never be sacrificed for the fleeting affection of someone who proves to be unworthy. The bonds we share with our friends are precious and should always be cherished with honesty, loyalty, and trust.